Hello, patrons, and welcome to the monthly exclusive Patreon video for the month of May 2019. This is being shot and probably also released on June 2nd. It's a little late on Sunday night right now, later than I wanted it to be, but the internet is fast, so I should hopefully get it out very, very soon. I know that a lot of you are going to be interested in an updated house tour. And I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do that at the end of the video. So I'm going to start by going through all of the stuff portion and going through all of the little notes I have, and then we'll tour the house and I'll show you what has changed. I will warn you, we are still very much unpacking, so expect to see a lot of boxes, but there's stuff up. You know, stuff has definitely happened because last month's Patreon video, it was basically an empty house. And there's stuff in the house now, so that's progress. Let's start by talking about the things that happened in May. Josh Jepson, and he visited because of Runaway Guys Coliseum. It was a stupendous event. I cannot believe we raised that much money. I think the final total was like $184,000 for Direct Relief. That's amazing. It was just so much fun. And I've said it before, but like there's no drama at these events, and these events are the perfect breeding ground for drama because you've got all of these different people that are, you know, showing up and have to live together for several days, and it's a perfect breeding ground for there to be some sort of behind the scenes trouble, and there is none. And I think that there is none because everyone is just legitimately good friends. Like everyone knows each other. Everyone gets to know each other even better every year. I say that as if we've been doing this forever. It's the second year, but you get the idea. A lot of these people know each other from, you know, other conventions or like hanging out in real life, etc. And it's a really good group of people. I'm really glad that we do it, and I can't wait for year 3. I mean, we don't have a confirmation yet that we're doing it again, but like we're probably going to do it again. I also had a blast doing the bumpers. If you haven't seen anything about TRG Coliseum, the good news is you can go to the Runaway Guys channel on YouTube, and Emil's been releasing the VODs. But the first thing he released was a bumper compilation I put together of all of the bumpers that we made. It's probably about half an hour long. I think it's well worth your time. It was a lot of fun to produce. And if you only watch one thing and you don't have much time, watch the sitcom intro. We made a sitcom parody intro for the event. And God, it was so much fun to make. It was so much fun to make, so much fun to put together. And honestly, it's something that I'm really, really proud of. I think it came together really well, and I enjoyed doing it. And I can't wait to see what we do next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. After that, the Extra Life VODs finally finished. There were, I think, 26 different videos from Extra Life, but they are all out now. Extra Life was a great event. I am looking forward to doing it again. It's essentially again, because it's going to be on GameCube again. But there's definitely going to be some differences. For one, we moved, so we're in a completely new spot. But then also, we're going to change up some of the audio stuff. We have a dedicated streaming machine this year, which is very different from how last year went. So things are going to be better. Things are going to be more stable. And I'm really looking forward to stuff. I'm really looking forward to the whole event and how it's going to go. So yeah, all the games are back there just waiting to be played. Along with some other games that are sitting in a bag, but I'll talk about that later. Because Extra Life ended, Mario Party began, and we had already like completely recorded that series, which is actually a godsend. Like having an entire series just done is amazing, especially when I'm already behind on so many other things. It really gives me a chance to work on stuff and catch up, and it's been good. The series is also being received pretty well too. As of right now, only the first 2 boards are out, and I know not everyone jives well with Tyler's comedy in the second board, but that's okay. That's one of my favorite things about the series is that we're changing the guests every single board. So there's going to be a multitude of people that show up, and we have actually already started to record Mario Party 2. We haven't got very far, but we've started it, and we're at least going to do those games. We're at least going to do Mario Party 1 and 2. If the reception to this series is still good, then we'll do more games. But I like the concept, so I'd like to keep doing it. And then finally, what happened in May? We moved. And saying those two words really downplays the amount of stress and anxiety surrounding everything. April was wild trying to find a place after coming back from Japan, and Mao going to visit her grandma, and then getting ready for TRG Coliseum, like all of these things happening, and having to find a place was stressful. But again, it all worked out fine, and it was a good thing actually to get a bigger place, a nicer place. And I've said it before, like our rent did go up, but like a very minuscule amount, and the amount of the amount of house that we're getting in addition for the small amount more that we're paying is like amazing. And it's just a newer house. It's newer and nicer. So that's a huge plus. Now, one of the problems with the house is that I decided to put my office upstairs, and that's not a problem, but it did come with its own set of difficulties. I had actually talked about it on the last Patreon video because I got input from you guys about maybe where I should put my office. And I had been considering some of the rooms downstairs also, but I ultimately went with this upstairs room. And the reason I did is because it is physically larger. It is a physically larger room. But the problem with that, the good news is I get more space. That's good. The downside is because the walls are shorter, we had to get new shelving. That's not the end of the world, but again, I can only get so many games upstairs, and I can't use the full height shelves that we had. And you guys will see at the end of the video, they're elsewhere in the house. But the problem is, we've basically already filled these shelves. These shelves are more or less full, and we are still buying games. Because, for one, that's what we do. But then also, we're working towards finishing the Wii collection for Extra Life 2020, which is what those games are down there. And also Wii U. We're kind of combining Wii and Wii U just because, Wii U is not a huge library, so we're working on that as well. So, there's been pros and cons, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. What's happening in June? So I am releasing vlogs, and that's a big deal, especially because lately I've had the time, things actually calmed down here enough that I've had the time to adequately get vlogs out fairly quickly. The videos I've been releasing from Japan are extremely complicated edits, and before it was taking 7 to 9 days per release because I was trying to juggle all this other stuff. And, in the past week or so, I've had time to just focus solely on that, and I've been getting stuff out in 2 to 3 days. So that's a big difference. I just released April 6th, and that one came out really good. I'm really proud of the stuff I've been putting out. The Japan videos are they're interesting on their own because it's Japan, but I think they really became some of my favorite videos ever because Jeff is also filming stuff, and then on occasion Dan is filming stuff, and we get to jump back and forth. It's just such an interesting aspect, and occasionally gives mood whiplash because people are doing a serious cultural thing, and other people are doing something wacky. But it's one of my favorite things I think I've ever done with the vlog, and it makes me excited to do, maybe at some point in the future, another group vacation with folks, especially Jeff, who wants to film stuff, because I would do this again. It was a lot of fun. That being said, 2 weeks is a long time, and it has made me very far behind, and I'm not super excited about that, but at least they're coming out, and I'm working hard on it. Other things happening in June. We're going to try to continue doing a monthly game stream. We didn't do one in May, but we also did TRG Coliseum, so I'm going to say that counts. And we're just going to try and do some sort of game. We've had some ideas. I know in Discord, some folks have mentioned some stuff. If you'd like to mention some ideas you're more than welcome to. I think what we may end up doing is we may end up continuing some First 20 stuff that we liked. I recently played a First 20 title called Baba Is You, and it was just legit fun. I hadn't had a chance to show it to Mao yet, and I think she would really like it. And it's a puzzle game, and I think it would be genuinely interesting for stream, and I think it'd be fun to see Mao and I try and solve it together. So that's one idea I have. And, we're going to try and do a game stream a month. If we can fit in 2, we'll try to do 2. But again, we're also trying to do a million other things. So balancing things is difficult. We are going to have our first visitor here. Paul is actually visiting. He has work somewhere in South Carolina. He travels like 1 out of 3 days of the year. So like in 365 days, like 120 of them is spent away from home. He's just always gone. And he is going to be somewhere nearby, and he asked if he could just stay for a few days here, and we were like, yeah, sure. So he's going to hang out with us, and he'll be our first guest. And we have a guest room, which is exciting. I'll be sure to show you guys that. We've never really had a guest room. We have had a futon in a room, but it was never a guest room. So it's nice feeling like we can actually host friends. And I hope that when things calm down and we have a better grasp on our projects, that can be a more regular thing where we want people to come visit and, make interesting content with us, because we have a place for them where they don't feel like they have to sleep on the floor of Mao's studio, because that's kind of been the thing for a while. What else is happening? Smash Ultimate World of Light is ending in mid-June. Mao and I just finished it the other day. It was fun. It took much longer than I thought it would, which is also, a good thing. I had no idea how long that mode was going to be. Turns out it's real long. But we really enjoyed it. And I know a lot of people are going to be wondering if we're going to do Co-op Classic, and the answer is yes. I do want to do it. I'm not sure when, because we've done so much Smash content for such a long time now with World of Light that I want to switch it up. So we're going to move into Walking Dead Season 4. People have been waiting like 2 years for the conclusion of Walking Dead, so we're going to do that. I don't know how long that'll take, but probably not terribly long. So we're going to do that. And then Co-op Classic, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. It may actually occupy like a 4th slot or something. I'm not entirely sure. Just rest assured that I do want to do it. That does mean it's a lot of extra videos, because by the time we get the last few characters for the DLC, we're going to be looking at like 80 guys, so it's probably going to be like 80 additional videos from Smash Ultimate. But the great thing about the Co-op Classic series is that you just pick and choose what you want. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that want to see all of them, that's fine, but there's a lot of people that, they don't want to jump into the middle of World of Light, and they don't want to watch all of World of Light, and that's fine. But they do want to watch us play Roy in Co-op Classic. Roy is their boy, and they want to watch that video, and that's why Co-op Classic is so good, is that, you don't have to follow the whole thing. So, yeah, I don't know when we're doing it, and I don't know how we're doing it. I just know that I do desperately want to do it, so at some point that'll come out. And then finally, the big thing happening in June is that Morning Mario is returning. The game launches at the end of June. I've already pre-ordered it. I was hoping to get a copy from Nintendo, but they're real. I never know with them. I really don't. I can't rely on getting a copy of a game from them. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I know it's based on a lot of factors, but I was like, I should just get this. So I'm sure I'm going to have it on launch day. So I pre-ordered it, and I'm looking forward to playing it again. I'm probably not going to have anything, obviously, like the first day from it, because I'll probably make a video that says it's out and encourages people to make levels and then submit them to the site and then to rate levels. And then we'll probably give it a weekend or something, and then I'll start doing them. I think what's going to be really interesting is that when Morning Mario first started, there was no rating system. It was just, you submit a level, and I will play it, and I will play them in the order they are received, which is one of the reasons why, a year in, I was playing levels that were released within, the first 2 weeks of the game, which is in retrospect, crazy. But with the new system, we're actually going to start Mario Maker 2 with ratings. So we're going to be playing the best stuff from the beginning. I'm going to keep the same episode numbers, so we're going to start at 801. I'm just looking forward to it. It's so great that, for one, that game is going to be in the hands of more people because there's far more Switch owners. But then number two, it's portable. Like, there's going to be people that are just, they're on the subway or whatever, and they're going to make a level, and that's really exciting. So I'm looking forward to all of the creativity that's going to come out of that. All right, so finally, what's happening in the future? I mentioned it last month, but Thomas is having a party in July, and it sounds like there's going to be a lot of us going. It's almost going to be like a mini Chef Con, because Paul is going. I think Mal and myself might end up going. Chaz and Jeff would like to go. I don't know if they're going to make it or not, but Alex and Haley, I think, are going to be there. So there's going to be a lot of people there. Should be pretty exciting. And also, I don't think I mentioned this. This is probably new info, as I have a small burp. Mal's dad, Mark and Rhonda, they got a, what do you call that? Second home? Summer home? Winter home? Winter home, I guess, because they're coming from the snow and they want to avoid the snow, so it would be their winter home. A winter home in Florida, and I think we may try and see that when we go visit Thomas, because Thomas also lives in Florida. So we may try to meet Mark and Rhonda there. So this is all still very tentative. I don't know if we're actually going to do this in July. The whole thing would take less than a week for sure, between visiting Mark and Rhonda and also going to this party. In fact, it may take just a few days, so just a very small trip. But we'd get a chance to see their new place, because they get a new place in Florida, and then we'd also get a chance to see Thomas and Brittany and several other people. So that's probably happening. And then otherwise, China is still on for September. I continue to try not to think about that because I've got too many other things to do, but that's coming up, and that requires some effort on our part because we have to get visas, and we haven't done that yet. So that's all of the information. Now I will show you the actual house. Let's see, what did I put the color temperature to? 2500K. All right, well, I think most of the light in the house is 2500 to 3000, somewhere in there. But at some point I may have to stop the recording and actually change the color temperature, or everything will be really red or really blue or something. So if you haven't already seen up here, we did a breakfast stream not too long ago where we actually showed the room, but I'll show you again now. So let me turn this around. There we go. So this is the door that goes down. We'll be going downstairs shortly. But when you come in, you've got a bathroom over here. This is my personal office. It's a funny joke. This is the short pantry. We reuse the furniture basically forever if we can. The lighting in here is terrible, really, really bad. Like on my camera, it's showing that it's up to like 12,000 ISO, and it's just because the lighting in here is atrocious. This actually gives you a little more light. Of course, this light is white, so everything will start appear. Yeah, it'll start looking blue. But at least you'll be able to probably see a little bit better. So this is a shelf that we've had since Columbia. This is the drawer that we had in the old house that had all of the consoles and stuff in. And we didn't change anything. It's just all the same stuff. I need to reorganize it at some point. Now everything is blue, and it's making me mad, so I'm going to go back to this normal light. This is where we've been doing breakfast stream. So we've got this is obviously our old couch. What we're thinking about doing is bringing up the chase up here as well. I think there is enough room for it, but I'm not entirely sure. Right now I have my desk in the corner, and that's not a desk. That's just a folding table. But I think we ordered a desk from IKEA. It's not here yet. It should be here this week. And I think it's actually going to go along the window. If I do that, I'll have a lot more room over here in the corner. And I think I might take like all of this stuff and just shift it further that way, and give myself just a little more room. Because like this just feels like wasted space. And I want to utilize the space as best I can. But otherwise, yeah, this is where Breakfast Stream has been going on. We had some internet troubles when we first moved in, which have since been solved. We're no longer using the modem supplied by the ISP, and we bought this funny looking thing called Orbi. It's basically multiple routers that you put throughout the house, and it's allowed us to get adequate internet throughout the house. That's good. There's the stream box. These are Mal's old lights, and I've brought them up to light the room for Breakfast Stream. But ultimately, I'd love to do Breakfast Stream downstairs. I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get down there. Otherwise, just got games back here. And this isn't all of them, but this is a good bit. There's a storage closet in here. I don't really even know what I have in here right now. Besides a bright light, I got some boxes. The Hackintosh is in there. Nothing really of note. So now we will go downstairs. Hey, stinkers. Who's good boys? You? Is it you? They really love it in here, and I think one of the reasons is that it's a little warm up here. It's not too unbearable because there is a fan. The fan has helped a lot. The only thing that really upsets me, and I talk about this in a vlog that comes out at some point, there's only one stupid vent in this room. There's a vent down there, and then the other vent is in the bathroom, and there's one in the closet. So that's why I've been leaving the closet door and the bathroom door open, is because it helps the circulation in here. Before I figured it out, this room was very warm. But now that I've left those things open, it's, with the fan especially, like it's much more bearable and enjoyable. Hey, pal. They love sitting on the stairs. The cats have adjusted to the stairs really well. And they're really good about getting in the way. I'm just gonna walk past you here. So we come down into the kitchen, and we got, this is where the cats are eating. And they're ready for more food, even though they're fine. We put the litter box in here. This is the laundry room, and we are going to be getting, we actually already ordered a new washer and dryer. The washer and dryer that we had were bad, really bad. It had issues all the time, and it was bought used. It was bought for like super, super, super cheap. So we decided that we would finally invest and actually buy a good new washer and dryer. Mal did a lot of research because we've heard a lot of things about washers and dryers just dying in a year, often because of like the amount of electronics in them. So Mal did research, found one that we could use, and we got it from Costco. Highly recommend Costco for appliances, because we had shopped around at Sears, Home Depot, Lowe's, and then like an actual like appliance store, and Costco beat them by hundreds of dollars, and free installation. With all this, which, like, there was a bunch of the other ones, like Home Depot and Lowe's were going to charge you, like, it was free installation, but only if you bought like their hose and their stacking kit and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, forget that. But what's going to happen is the washer and dryer we got stacked. So they're full size, but they stack. So we're going to take out that thing, and the washer and dryer are going to stack, and then the cat's box, well, it might be on that side, but the cat box will still be in this room. I would show you the garage, but there's really not anything of interest in it yet, or ever. I guess there never really will be. The only thing that kind of sucks about the garage is that we don't have a garage door opener yet. So we can't park in the garage. I mean, we can, but it requires someone getting out of the car, going through the front door, walking into here, opening the garage for the person driving, and then we can pull in. So it's not really ideal. Otherwise, here's the side of the fridge. This is where we decided to put all of the magnets and stuff, because the front of the fridge is a little curved. So Mouse said they weren't really staying as well, so we put them on the side. We have a little less cabinet space than before. And we're going to remedy that by, we ordered some stuff from IKEA that's going to go here. We're actually going to have kind of like a little coffee bar, which is really nice. So, that's, just imagine that's over here. Otherwise, we have everything in the cabinets. A lot of the stuff that was on top of the cabinets at the old house is up here now. And then let me turn on this light so you can see the living room. So you can see that there's still stuff everywhere. Trust me, it was a million times worse. There was almost no floor visible in here when all of the stuff was here. We decided to put the Billies up here. That's 4 of the 5. The 5th one is still on the floor over there. We're not really sure where it's going to go yet. But we've put board games up here. So we got board games and the movies, and we got a bunch of Amiibo up there. We've got some books. This isn't like the final layout. We haven't taken the time to adjust the shelves yet. So we just kind of use this as an opportunity to get stuff off of the floor, which has been good. The chase is still down here. Not sure if we're going to keep the chase down here or not. We did get, because the couch went upstairs, we like that couch so much that we got another one. Well, actually, we got 2. We got 2 more of the couches upstairs, and we're going to put that here with a little corner piece, so like it'll be like doop, doop. So it'll be like a little L in front of the television. And we might keep the chase down here, and if we do, then it's just a lot of seating. And if we don't, then it'll go upstairs. But yeah, we've really liked these couches. They're from IKEA. They're really good. In fact, since we bought them, they actually went down in price. They marked them down. And I was like, we like them. We can just get more. So we decided to get more, same color. So yeah, we're just going to have the same seating downstairs and upstairs. But there's going to be more seating than ever in the living room, which is really exciting because, you know, when we do things like ChefCon, most of the time people are hanging out here, and we'll have seating for everybody. And again, this is all kind of pushing towards, because we will have the space to hold people, we'll have a guest room, we would really like to entertain more. And I hope that we actually do it, because we're going to have the setup for it. This living room is bonkers. I don't know why it's so big, but it is. It's really big. And especially because after we get the couch in here, like the couch is only going to come like here, which means that back here is going to be basically another room. And we might put a table there or something for board games, although I have a special plan for board games, and I'll talk about that kind of at the end, because I think it's exciting news. Anyway, TV's over there. It's all, you know, all the same. I'll go spy on Mal near the end. So we're going to turn you around here. So just to give you a layout again of where we were, we're going to go in here now. This is our bedroom. It's nothing exciting yet, because we don't have any furniture much in here. But there's the bed. That is the giant California King. We got a new bed. I am super excited about it. It may hands down be one of the best purchases I think I've ever made, because I've not known what it's like to sleep on a bed where that my feet don't hang off. And it's amazing. It's incredible. I love it. Also, the mattress is just very, very comfortable. I've had some of the best sleep I think I've ever had on this bed. And I guess I just didn't really know what I was missing. But we've had the bed now for like maybe a week and a half, and it's just been really great. So we're not sponsored or anything by Purple. It's a really good mattress, and I really like it. The only downside is that the mattress is super heavy. I think it's like 150 pounds, and getting it up onto the frame was really difficult. But otherwise, it's a good mattress. Otherwise, same furniture we've had since Columbia. Again, it didn't fall apart, so we're going to keep using it. This is the master bath, which has got, I mean, there's not really anything interesting in here, I guess. Mal put her orchids up here. So they all have names that I don't remember. One of them's like Penelope and Atticus. But they love moisture, and they love humidity. So above a shower is actually a perfect place for orchids. So the orchids are still there. The walk-in closet has got clothes in it now, which is exciting. There are still so many video games. Like, we have an idea where we're going to put them. Come on, bud. Come on. Nope. There you go. Get out. He knows. He knows that the snapping means to stop. But yeah, that it's been really hard to get used to this place, just in terms of like the immense amount of space. And like, obviously I'm not complaining. It's really great. It's just really bizarre. Because, you know, the rent here is not much more that we were paying, and there's just all this room. And the house is still relatively, is relatively new too. I was talking about that last month, but there were some problems. The people came and fixed them, because we have an actual rental company. They're doing their job. Our landlord was a person, not a rental company, at the last place we lived, and sometimes getting her to do things was difficult. Just saying. So having an actual rental company has been it's been really great. Anyway, down this hallway. So here we are here. Now Mao is shooting with daylight, so her stuff's going to be blue. I'll get back to you in a second. Let me hit a light. All right. The bathroom's not. I don't think the bathroom's really changed much. There's some cleaning stuff in there. I showed that last month. But the guest room, which I think I snapped a photo and put on social media. This has got all the N64 games in. And we're going to put, at some point, like a TV or something in here with an N64 so people can play. There's the guest bed. We retightened everything. We used some wood glue in some spots, and the bed is back to being fine to use for guests. So that's exciting. And we have a guest room, holy crap, with an actual real bed that's not inflatable. Or a futon. We got a lot of the art stuff here. There's the printer, which we still haven't hooked up. And then if you saw Mal's studio tour video, then you've probably already seen this. If you haven't, I highly suggest you watch it. Go to youtube.com/malmix and watch her studio tour, because there's it shows you the process of her putting it all together. But this is it, and it's blue because she's shooting at a different color temperature than I am. But yeah, this is it. And I'm not going to show you what she's working on, but it's really cool.
I'm using my hands.
Yeah, she's doing a finger painting. So it's going to be really cool. All right. So the final thing that I haven't shown you is this behind me, and this is I guess supposed to be the dining room. And the reason it is of interest to me is that we want to turn this room into some sort of production room. And what I mean by that is I think this would be a really cool place to actually do breakfast stream, where the camera would be pointed like towards me. So like we would be sitting here and we would get the daylight coming in from the windows. Because I think that's one of the things that really helps breakfast stream feel like breakfast is the natural light. But then the other thing, and this again, this is not a promise, this is just something I want to do. I would really love to do tabletop stuff here, because we have, at least from what I can tell, fairly strong Wi-Fi in the house now, to be able to hopefully do streams over Wi-Fi. We can bring the stream box down here. If we did breakfast stream, it could just stay down here. So we'd be doing breakfast stream down here, and then we could also do tabletop stuff. There's enough room to get, a table in here with a C-stand. We could have a camera set up for, a face cam for us, and a camera overhead to look at the table. This has been something that I've wanted to do forever, and there has never been enough room to do it. So the fact that I'm pretty close to being able to accomplish this is extremely exciting, because this means a lot of things. It has the potential to mean that we could do D&D, we could do board games, of which we have plenty of. We could, I don't want to spoil this idea, but I might just give a little taste. I would love to do puzzle streams. I'm serious. I would love to do, whether it was weekly or bi-weekly or whatever, I would really love to do streams where it felt like breakfast stream, but it was in the evenings, it was longer, and we were just putting together a puzzle. And we were just chatting. So it's a very casual thing, and that's the goal, is to put together a puzzle. So, like, these are all ideas I have that I wanted to share. And this room, I think, has a lot of potential for that. So it's not going to be soon, because there's a billion other things that we still have to take care of, and I want to catch up on. But at some point, you guys now know, I'm letting the patrons know, super early, that is my goal for this room. It is not going to be a dining room. Although I guess if you wanted to eat in it, you could. I would like to actually produce content there. I think it would be really, really cool. And to some extent, you could probably do stuff over here too. But yeah, that's it. That's the updated tour. We are going to be getting some furniture in Tuesday. So it's Sunday now. So on Tuesday in 2 days, we'll be getting, I think, the entire IKEA order, which is the couches, it's the stuff we need for the coffee bar, and then a bunch of other odds and ends. And then we can start putting some of the final stuff away, trying to find homes for everything. We're going to obviously have a lot of this stuff put away by the time Paul gets here, because we don't want Paul to get here and then, there's stuff everywhere. But yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together, and there's so much potential here. And I think that's the thing that excites me more than anything, is that there's space and there's potential for new and exciting projects that we can do, and that just that gets me really pumped. I'm really excited about that, because being able to do tabletop stuff would be a dream come true. Being able to have a dedicated spot for breakfast stream, which we currently do, which is already super exciting. Like, all of these things they're really exciting. So yeah, I hope that you can feel some of the excitement that I have. I know that we're still putting stuff away, and things have been so crazy, and we're working hard. But like, doggone it, I'm very excited to live here. And I cannot wait for the future of the channels, just getting a chance to utilize this space. Anyway, all right, I'm going to stop talking. I've rambled on long enough. Thank you for sticking around until the very end of the video. If you have any questions or comments, etc., be sure to leave them here on the Patreon post, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Otherwise, continue to watch Steven Vlog, because I'm working very hard on those Japan vlogs. I'm going to get them out as soon as I possibly can. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful June, and I will see you guys next month for another video.